Be honest. Are you really just going with the flow? Or are you scared to ask, where is this going? Because going with the flow sounds relaxed. It sounds mature. It sounds like you are not putting pressure on anyone. But sometimes going with the flow is just fear dressed up as flexibility. Relationship expert Dr. Scott Stanley talks about the difference between sliding and deciding, where sliding is drifting into relationship situations without clearly choosing, what am I doing? What does this mean? Where is this going? And that's exactly what happens when we say, let's just see what happens. But inside, we are already anxious. We are already attached. We are already wanting this to become more. And friends, hear me. That's not the problem. It's not a problem to want something to be more. It's not a problem to go slowly. The problem is going silently, wanting it to be more, but being too scared to admit that or ask for it. You can take your time and still be honest. You can let a relationship unfold and still ask for clarity. You can be relaxed without pretending that you don't have any needs. You see, healthy pacing is still moving. It might move slowly, it might move carefully, but it moves towards more truth, more safety, more understanding, more mutuality. But if the flow keeps bringing you back to the same place of waiting, guessing, overthinking, checking your phone, pretending that you are okay with less than what you actually need, then maybe you are not going with the flow. Then maybe you are going nowhere. But wanting clarity does not make you needy. Wanting consistency doesn't make you too intense. Wanting to know whether somebody is emotionally available doesn't make you too much. It makes you honest. And honesty is not pressure. You see, that's where people get it all confused. They think that asking for clarity is demanding commitment. It isn't. Clarity can simply sound like, I like spending time with you, and I'm not asking for pressure or for promises, but I am looking for something intentional. And I was wondering, I'd like to understand whether we are moving in the same direction. That's not pressure. That's not controlling. It's not desperation. It's just adult communication. Control says, I need you to choose me right now so that I can stop feeling anxious. Intention just says, I know what I'm looking for, and I would like to know if this is aligned. Simple. Control tries to force the outcome, where intention asks the question and then watches what happens. And it's important to see what happens, because somebody that's emotionally available may not have the answer immediately, but they can stay in the conversation. They can respect the question. They may say something like, I hear you, and I understand why this is important. So let's talk about where we're at. But somebody who is benefiting from the situationship, from the ambiguity, can turn around and make you feel guilty for asking the question. They could say something like, why are you making it so serious? why can't we just enjoy it? Let's just have fun. Let's see where it goes. Why do you need a label that's so yesterday, so old school? But then instead of getting clarity, you find yourself defending why you're allowed to ask the question. So friends, get this. The question is not creating the problem. The question is revealing the problem. Because if asking where you are standing with someone makes the whole connection unstable, then maybe the connection was never as stable as you hoped to start with. So next time, before you tell yourself, I should just go with the flow, ask yourself, am I actually at peace here, or am I too scared to ask for what I want? Am I really giving this time, or am I avoiding the truth? Is this getting clearer, or am I getting quieter? Because there's a big difference between letting something unfold and abandoning yourself while you are waiting. And how long are you willing to wait? You know, I've seen people wait for years. I have waited for years. Let me tell you, that is painful. And you deserve more. You deserve better than that. So maybe the most important question to ask yourself is actually, if I stopped pretending that I'm okay with this, what would I have to admit to myself? You see, that's where your clarity starts. Not with blaming them, not with panicking, not with demanding an answer, but actually telling yourself the truth. What do I really want? What am I too afraid to ask? Can this connection actually hold truth? Because going with the flow should never mean going without yourself. And if the only way to keep someone is to never ask where you stand with them, then maybe you are not protecting the peace. Maybe what you are protecting is the confusion, the uncertainty that serves them and not you. So stop it. Choose you. And now you might be wondering, am I losing myself in this connection or am I not? So look out for Quentin's video. I'll link it below, where he speaks about how we slowly abandon ourselves and lose ourselves in certain connections. See you there.